Fire Sprinklers Association. Visit them at nfsa.org. Wayne, good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. The world is ours. We can go anywhere we want because nothing is really happening. So
there's always something happening. Come on now.
Okay, I have some topics for you. This will be, you can choose your topics. Okay, you ready?
All right.
The dentist chair, just be normal, fixing the All-Star game, and your oddest taste addiction. Just be normal, the dentist chair, your oddest taste addiction. And what's that?
Dentist chair for 50.
The dentist chair. So yesterday I sent Butchie a photo and I said, you are looking live. And it was of a bone scan at the endodontist. I joined the club yesterday for the first time in 56 years on this planet. The club being the Root Canal Club.
Oh.
First ever root canal. Which one of you guys have had one of those yet?
I can't say that I've had a root canal, no.
Well, you would know. But Wayne, you'd be aware of it. It's quite the procedure.
Well, you know, a lot of times
those in accidentally.
A lot of times they put you under, Czabe, and you just don't know after that what happened. You know, it's like. Do
you take sedated dentistry, Wayne?
No, not when I get my teeth cleaned. But you know, I had like a tooth removed and had an implant put in, and that was.
So you've had some major oral surgery. Okay, fair enough.
And did you get put under for that?
Yes, of course.
Of course, yeah. They're drilling into the bone of your jaw.
Well, you know what was back in the day, back in the day, and when I'm saying back in the day, I'm talking about the mid-'60s when I was a kid. My mom used to, I think it might have been punishment, but when we had to get cavities drilled, she wouldn't let us get to Novocaine.
What?
Yeah, seriously.
What the hell?
What the hell did you just say?
What madness is this?
Was it because of cost?
Yeah, it was kind of because of cost, but I also think that she wanted to make sure that, you know, you didn't want to get
brushed your teeth
again.
Wow, that is old school right there. I've never heard of that. That's amazing.
That's mean.
Okay.
You know.
So to me, the threat of a root canal was always the great dental bogeyman that my father would say, you better brush and floss your teeth. You don't want to get a root canal someday. And dentists would often use that, like, well, we got to take care of this cavity because otherwise you're going to end up losing the tooth and then you're going to have to get a root canal.
Correct.
Well, I'm here to say yesterday that root canal wasn't anything. It was fine. It didn't hurt at all, but it was less annoying than fillings because the Novocaine wore off quicker for my root canal than it did for some fillings. I don't know how or why, but I was like an hour later, good to go. It wasn't bad. Now, I sent Butchie the picture. One thing that I will say is that even though I was told this is going to be a relatively minor thing because the root canal is one of my two front incisors, I was told that, they're just going to punch through the crown that's on there and get in there, fill it. Shouldn't be bad. The tooth is already dead probably, so you're not going to feel anything, blah, blah, blah. As soon as they send me as soon as I see the bone scan, I'm like, what is that in my face? What is the pothole that is currently in my skull right now?
It's a Wisconsin street.
What the hell is even that?
Here, I'm going to show you the picture.
Oh, yeah. Wayne, it's crazy.
Me.
It's literally a Wisconsin street after winter. It's a Wisconsin road after winter. That's what it is. Big old pothole.
You see that hole above my teeth, Wayne? That's the bone that was eroded because of the infection in my tooth, according to the endodontist. Now, he said, look, once we get this cleaned up, that bone should start filling in. And the body has an amazing way of regenerating, including bone mass can regenerate. So that pothole apparently is going to go away. I said, well, what is in that hole right now? And he said, it's probably a combination of spongy tissue or some other stuff. And I'm like, wow. I said, be honest with me, Doc, on a scale of 1 to, oh my God, what is this? He goes, it's about a 5. I've seen a lot worse.
Do you not floss every day?
No, of course not. Anyone who says they do is a liar.
Is lying. Yeah.
I do
not. You floss. Yeah.
I floss every day.
Every day?
Every day, Wayne. Sometimes twice.
Twice?
Yes.
The only person I knew that would floss more than once a day was Trenny Kuznirik. Remember her? A
Yeah,
reporter
Trenny's
back
great.
in the day on the beat. Yeah, she's now in Boston. She works for NBC in Boston and does Olympic stuff. I think she does the curling. Yeah,
that's because she flossed twice a day. Look at the
Yeah.
elevation of her career. Just she's
Zabe,
working the Olympics.
you and I could be stars if we flossed.
Flossed more. I know. Funny how that is, right? Well, anyway, I know that some endodontics can be more difficult and challenging. That some root canals, I'm sure, could be worse than the one that I had yesterday. The only thing that was bad was it took kind of long. It was about an hour and a half, and it smelled awful. I'm like, ugh, because who knows the bacteria that was dragging out of there? Yeah.
Ugh.
But I was just thankful, Wayne, that we have modern doctors and we have a dental plan at iHeart, and that this guy was good and sharp and did a nice job. I mean, could be worse. Butchie had his teeth fixed in Germany once, right?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Ooh,
Terrible. I've got some severe issues in my head with that now. Anytime I hear, I just instantly sweat. It's terrible. I can't even get my teeth clean without sweating. It's terrible.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
Bad experience.
Try to get some dental work. It's never good, Wayne.
No.
Okay. The rest of the topics, just be normal, your oddest taste addiction, and fixing the All-Star game. What's next?
Oh gosh, since I have no solution on the All-Star game, weird taste.
Your oddest taste addiction. People are slaughtering Butchie for being such a proponent of pineapple pizza. Somebody sent a meme saying the least popular pizza topping in every state, and it's the U.S. map with pineapples all over it.
I'm telling you, it's very good.
Nick in West Bend says, when it comes to fruit on pizzas, don't forget peppers. Peppers are a fruit, as well as olives. This one from Josh in the Falls. Local place in Cedarburg has a barbecue pork and apple pizza.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way.
I told you.
Plus a Hawaiian pizza that's got pineapple and mandarin oranges on it.
I know.
So, Wayne, what is your oddest taste addiction? The thing that you would recognize other people would go, ooh, really? And yet you're like, well, I like it.
I would say potato chips dipped in chocolate.
What?
Really?
Good God.
You have to explain how you got there.
Good
Hot
Belgian
syrupy
chocolate.
from a fondue pot,
And
or what?
yeah, kind of like a fondue thing. You know what I mean? That's
That's a wild one. I've never tried that. So you
Yeah,
got the
no, you
salty
probably wouldn't
crunchy
want
with
to
the
either.
sweet.
you know, it does kind of ruin the taste of a potato chip because the chocolate dominates, you know.
Okay.
How'd you get introduced to that?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Probably a long time ago. My dad used to make hot chocolate and dip toast into it. I thought that was kind of weird, so I took it the next step further and went potato chip and chocolate. So,
Okay. All right.
Okay. I would say I've got two of them that are not, I don't think they're that odd, but I think they're next level combos. One is pizza dipped in buffalo wing sauce. So
ooh,
wings in the, that's you're like, yeah, that's normal, right?
Yeah, that's
done
not
that,
terrible
Butchie?
because you do
That's not-
you do pizza like hot wing pizzas like they're not terrible.
But I like to dab the pizza into the remains of the hot wing sauce in the tinfoil that the wings come in
Gotcha.
when you
Okay.
get taken.
I gotcha.
Order. Just
I
dab
gotcha.
it in there.
Now you wonder why you
Also-
had a root canal, but go ahead.
So now we're gonna dental shame people.
No, I'm just go
I
ahead.
share with you my life. I even share with you my private medical scans.
I am worried about you. You're
And this
falling
is what
apart.
I get.
You had to get your eyes dilated this week. You needed to get a root canal. You're
I did,
falling
yeah. I had
apart,
quite a
brother.
week medically, didn't I?
You had a big week ahead.
you know, you were okay, Zabe, until you showed Butchie and I that hole in the head with all the pus and everything in there.
Yeah,
That just is
exactly.
more information than we needed, and we're not going to get breakfast as a
Well,
result.
right.
And think of it if it was your skull that saw that. I mean, it was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you saying there? Sorry, we got sidetracked. Oddest taste. Okay, so my other taste hack or my food hack in addition to the whole dipping in the sauce, is Old Bay or crab spice on corn on the cob.
Well, but that's good. That's
Ooh.
not odd. That's not odd.
No.
I
That's
think
not
that's
odd?
really good.
Do you do it? Have you done it?
I
It's
haven't
next
done
level.
it, but
So good.
the
So
salt.
good.
But you just put normal salt. Now you just add a little Cajun to it. I could see that being really good.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Mexican corn, isn't it?
I suppose maybe.
Yeah.
But
a little Southwest.
If I have
flavor.
crab spice, that's what's going on my corn, not salt. If
Do
I
you
don't
guys-
have it, then I'll of course have salt.
Okay, when you're not putting this stuff on this Southwest stuff on your corn, do you guys ever put pepper on your corn on the cob?
Sure.
Yep.
Oh, you do.
Salt,
Okay,
salt and pepper.
That
Oh
was
yeah.
unusual.
Now wait,
Pepper
do you
on
ever
eggs
dump?
as well.
do
Pepper
you ever
on
melt-
soup as well.
Do you ever melt butter in like a coffee can
Yeah.
and then just dump the whole corn in there?
Yes.
Cob. That's how you got to eat cob. Corn on the cob.
That's
the only
the best way to do it. Yeah. Yeah. But oftentimes we spread that piece of butter on there back and forth.
I know it's not nearly
Yeah.
as good as a full-on melted. Oh,
Garrett and Tomahawk says Old Bay on anything is great. Lived in Baltimore for a few years, and I'm an Old Bay and crab fanatic now.
Wow.
Charlie and Chattanooga, I assume. Taste addictions. Mac and cheese with ketchup.
Ooh.
Buttered egg noodles with apple sauce.
Wow.
ooh, okay.
Mush from Wind Lake. Grape jelly on top of grilled cheese.
Grape jelly on grilled cheese. That's out there.
Yeah, I thought
Pizza
the same.
dipped into ranch dressing is another suggestion from the talk and text line.
That's okay. That's pretty,
414 Prison Nick from West Allis dipping hot dogs and the bun, the whole thing in queso. Well,
Ooh.
I was going to say,
what is
dipping-
queso
yeah,
not going to
yeah,
improve?
correct.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
I just had
French
some
fries
last.
and tartar sauce. Yeah, French fries and tartar sauces, J-Bomb, especially from Culver's.
Tartar sauce and French fries. Really? Ugh.
I've heard
Oh,
of that. Mhm.
Yeah, no, my daughter does not like ketchup, but she will take tartar sauce. She'll make sure to ask for it at restaurants. Can I get some tartar sauce
Really?
for the French fries? Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
her go-to move.
I like
Keep
it.
them coming. 877-794-1973. Last two topics. Just be normal and fixing the All-Star game.
All right. Fixing the All-Star game.
We went through the format this morning, and I think I've already forgotten it. It's a complicated 4-team setup with a mini tournament to determine one of the 4 teams, and one of those teams is going to have G League players, Wayne. Starts at 8 o'clock East Coast time on TNT, which is going to be quite late for most fans.
Correct.
What is the NBA doing? This is the league that you called brilliantly for years during the heyday of Michael Jordan's run. What are they doing?
They're reaching. They're trying to figure out how to bring some relevance to this weekend, this All-Star weekend, and it's just impossible to do. It just is. It doesn't work.
Why can't they just do what they always did?
I don't know why either.
And try East, West, and try East, West, and have the stars play in the game. If they've got a little bit of an injury, play 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not 20 or 30. Just give us something. Be out
Yeah.
there, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't like all these permutations that leagues have done with all-star games. Either play the game straight up, it is what it is, or just name an all-star team and then go on with the rest of the regular season. You know what I mean? If you
Right.
have to stop for a day or two, okay, have a party for a day or two. But the rest of this stuff is, I don't know.
The NHL might have found themselves a hit with this
Yeah.
4 nations concept.
It's
I
been
agree.
good.
I was watching.
And why
last
do
night.
you were watching last night? Go ahead, Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, Team USA. I don't know. I get caught up in that. Like Olympic hockey. I don't know why, but I've got to watch every game. Since 1980, I've got to watch every game USA is in. I mean, I get into that.
Olympic
I never
hockey
get
is
into the NHL.
fantastic. Right. Olympic hockey is fantastic, especially when they started to let the pros play and then they
Right.
rearranged the NHL schedule to allow for it. I said it was the greatest de facto all-star game in the history of sports because when them boys play for the pride of their flag and country,
Yeah.
they're playing. And these are great teams full of pro players, right? So
Yep.
that was great, but that only happens once every 4 years. It feels like, even though this is a made-up little mini tournament, that these guys are playing hard for their country.
Yeah.
It really does.
The playing hard part is the key to all of this.
That's the whole thing. Yep, playing hard. Playing like it means something to you. And that's the problem with the All-Star games, because they don't mean anything to the athletes. They really don't. They're just kind of a conflab for, partying a little bit. And that's at least what it was in the NBA. And, a couple of guys like Jordan and Magic Johnson, they would start, by the fourth quarter of an All-Star game, they'd be playing for real. But that just doesn't happen today with these guys.
Yeah. All right. Last topic is just be normal. Something stuck in my head from what you said, I believe, last visit or a couple visits ago about one Aaron Charles Rodgers and your personal affinity for him over the years, watching him play, calling his games, et cetera, and getting to know the man because you were within the organization like that. And I thought it was neat. I thought about it. I turned it over in my head. And then I thought about just how important your calls of his brilliance, which are overlaid NFL films as the local radio call, how important they are and how permanent they are in the overall, landscape of sports and sports history. And I thought that was neat because your calls of his great plays are fantastic, Wayne. And I'm not just saying that today. But as I thought about this, and I thought about now that Rodgers is going to maybe play again next year, the thought of, can he channel some inner normal to maybe make wherever he goes, if he goes somewhere, more palatable to the Rodgers haters?
Yeah.
Do you feel me on this?
Yeah, I absolutely, no question he can. Does he want to? I don't know. Cause he's changed over the years. I think he's become a little bit more, this is the real Aaron Rodgers. I think he's that kind of guy. He's a different type of dude. Which I don't think is bad at all. I think it's great. But over the years, can he become that corporate, quarterback CEO shows up for the press conference in a, coat and tie, whatever, after the game? Yeah, he can do that. But does he want to do that? And does the team that he goes to need him to do that? That's the question.
I don't even need him to be that much. I just want him to try to be just a bit normal. Here's Butchie, what I would like to see from him, okay? I don't know if it's in him to do it right now. What if he came out and said, look, I want to play one more year at least. My body continues to get stronger after this Achilles injury, and I played pretty good last year. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, look at my games, look at the tape, look at the numbers. I didn't suck. I have something to give to a team. I know that this runs out eventually. I love being part of a team and doing, as Dan Quinn said, hard bleep with good people. I want to do it one more time. I want to go to a team that's close that could use me. I don't want to go to a team that's not really close, because then it's just a selfish endeavor. It would just be me playing for the sake of me.
For stats.
I got something to give a team as a veteran quarterback. And I don't mind if I go to a team like the Vikings that has a young guy who's ready to play. And maybe I don't start week one. Maybe the young kid's ready, and I will do all I can to mentor him. And I'll be ready to play because injuries are real in this sport. And if I come in and I win 6 games in the middle of the season, then he comes back and the team goes all the way to the Super Bowl and I'm not starting, I'm okay with that because I want to be part of it. That's where I'm at right now. And if the team I go to says, don't do McAfee, fine. I got Pat as a friend. I'll do McAfee for as long as I can once I'm done playing. That would be normal, Butchie. A good, normal thing. Is he? He's not capable of that.
I don't think he's capable of it. Wayne?
I think he wants to be, if he's going to go somewhere, Czabe, he wants to start. Okay. He's not going to be, now he'll mentor. If let's say he went to Minnesota of all places and JJ McCarthy's there, and would Aaron help mentor him? Absolutely. No question about it. But I think Aaron would go there with the intent, I'm starting. I'm the starting guy. I don't think he bothers with the prep and all the stuff he goes through to sit on the bench somewhere.
Okay.
I just don't think he can do it, guys. And I don't mean I just think your ego gets too involved here.
I guess he didn't become who he is by having a normal mindset, right?
None of these guys that get to that level, Czabe, are normal.
Correct. He flosses twice a day.
Did you see that in Enigma?
If I'm him, and again, this is just me thinking like a mortal sitting on the couch with Cheeto dust on my belly, I would tell the Vikings, this is a perfect fit. Let's make this happen. You got a guy you're not completely sure of. I can still play. You got a team that's ready to win and win big right now. You won big last year. Let me be part of it. I will fit in, and the locker room will respect me, and everything's going to be good. Let's do this, because life is short, and these careers in the NFL are relatively short, even though he's played, 18 years? Let's ride one more time.
Ride one more time, and let's follow the Brett Favre.
I know. Let's also complete the full legacy.
Well, but that might be the reason he doesn't.
Oh, my God.
Favre went to the Vikings out of spite, though.
Yes.
He was angry. I don't think Rodgers is there.
How
I hope it doesn't happen, by the way. Wayne, I hope it doesn't happen. I don't want him to the
absolutely.
Vikings. He will help. He will help them and give them flexibility and depth at a key position for a good team.
Oh, I dread that happening. I dread it.
Buddy, you throwing your hands up like you don't want that to happen either, or did I miss a cue?
No, I just hope we don't need to do this again.
You're like, we don't need to do
2 years
this.
in the early or the late 2000s. We're good.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Well, I'll probably go to the Titans.
Let's not
We'll
run
probably go to the Titans. We'll go to the Titans and win 6 games.
He's already got
Whatever he
there.
chooses. All right. Thank you, Wayne. As always, a pleasure. Have a great weekend.
Good weekend, guys. Take care.